Nakatani unified titles against Nishida with one of the worst performances of his career. If someone analyzed the performances of the Japanese top 10 pound-for-pound fighter Junto Nakatani throughout his career, it's easy to see that in yesterday's bout he showed one of his worst versions, if not the worst. In the WBC IBF bantamweight title unification against his compatriot Ryosuke Nishida, fighter with a third part of his number of bouts and only a 20% stoppage wins, Nakatani showed more flaws than in all his precedent fights combined. Furthermore, he resorted to illegal actions several times, and it even seemed that Nishida's injury, which led to Nakatani's victory in the 6th round, was caused by a headbutt. Be that as it may, most major media outlets, whether due to his plan to face Inoue or because they didn't follow his career in the lower divisions, displayed a shocking lack of realism and praised Nakatani's performance despite the fact that his mistakes were easy to spot. And many of them didn't even mention the head clashes. In the first round, eager to overwhelm an opponent he seemed to consider far inferior, Nakatani charged against Nishida and began throwing power punches with intensity, but his compatriot resisted well and answered with solid blows. Seeing that Nishida wasn't going to back down, Nakatani attempted to box, but after launching punches from out of range and being unable to maintain the distance against his brave opponent, he ended up locked in hard exchanges in which he hit the back of the head, pushed his opponent down, and headbutted him several times, something that was even warned more than once by the referee. Although other boxers crumbled by far fewer punches, Nishida remained strong and, despite his significant disadvantage in punching power, put up a tenacious response, landing more clean punches in 6 rounds than others have managed against Nakatani in 12. However, a swelling in Nishida's right eye, which appeared to be caused by Nakatani's headbutts rather than a punch, worsened to the point where the eye closed completely, making it very dangerous for him to continue. Thus, during the break between the 6th and 7th rounds, Nakatani obtained a lackluster victory and unified the belts. Obviously, pointing out this does not imply that one should change the overall assessment of the fighter. All boxers have some not great performances in their careers, and Nakatani remains an extraordinary boxer, a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter and a 3-division champion who would offer an interesting challenge to Inoue. However, although many media outlets lack objectivity, his team should not lack it, and they should realize that if Nakatani boxes against Inoue again like he did against Nishida, he can prepare to let go of his unbeaten record. Thanks for watching. More info on our website.